You are not just meant to make as much money as you can in your life, to build up a big retirement and hope you live long enough to actually enjoy it. That's not what you were meant for. You have purpose, and your purpose is not to crawl up the organizational chart. And each step up that organizational chart will not make you as happy as you think it will. It's been 5 months since I quit my job. I had a pretty good job. And I had achieved what I had thought I wanted to achieve since I started my career. Um, you know, by all standards, I was doing really well. This is the moment that I knew I had to leave my job. I had been given a pretty large department to oversee, and that came with a new title, but also that came with another increase to my compensation. And the increase to my comp was literally, it was more than I made my first year out of college. I'm just looking at this, I'm like, holy moly. And I see this number of what my income's gonna be. And I can't explain it, but I just had this vision. And I had this vision of these golden claws digging into my thighs, keeping me there. I didn't look at that number and get excited. I didn't celebrate. I didn't think about, oh, I'm gonna buy this or buy that. I literally said in my heart, oh, I gotta get out of here. I gotta get out of here. And it sounds crazy, but I felt in that moment like there was, it wasn't bad people. I'm not talking about the people or the organization, but I'm talking about the spiritual void that I felt doing that work was very great, and I didn't want to do that anymore. I felt like there was something more for me, and I don't know what that is, but that vision cemented it in my mind that you will stay here as long as they keep you here, but there is potential that you're not going to realize. And it's nice, you have everything you need, but you're in a cage and you're being kept here versus able to go out and experience whatever God's plan does have. And I began to just get afraid of the level of comfort I was experiencing, the level of how used to the title I was getting, how used to the income I was getting, how used to the lifestyle I was getting. Didn't want to stay there. And so when I left my job, I mean, there's other reasons, but I felt like I was working because I was driven. I wasn't feeling called. I felt driven, but I wasn't called. And I think so much of the way I looked at my career was a math problem. Is the number higher here? Is the number higher there? Higher number is a better number. But it's so much more than that. So over the last 5 months, I haven't made a penny from work. And I can feel a recalibration happening in my mind in terms of like, I can, first of all, I can live on a lot less than I thought. But when you're out of the world for a while, you start to look around and realize you're not the crazy one. And you start to appreciate the things that are just around you, that you're not earning, you're just enjoying. Trees, grass, birds, air, the people around you, your health. because time is short. I think both for our lives, but I do believe time is short, and we only have so many days. Our days are numbered. I think about this. Someday, you're going to die tomorrow. Someday, I'm going to die tomorrow. Someday, everyone you love is going to die tomorrow. We don't know when that tomorrow is going to be. We don't know when our tomorrow is going to be our last day. And that's a morbid thought, but a sobering thought, and I think a really powerful calibrating thought. Because, I mean, you go about life thinking you have all the time in the world, and in some ways, that's a good illusion to have, but it doesn't lay the ground for wanting to basically take the red pill and escape the lies that we're told. That why we're here, or what we're supposed to do with our lives, or what's going to make us happy, what's going to make us feel successful. And I think I had gotten to the point where I think a lot of people want to be. I wanted to be there historically. And then when I got there, though, I couldn't shake this feeling that I was somehow betraying my real purpose, my real potential. I didn't like the way that I was being encouraged to look at the organization, the people who do their jobs. I'm a leader that enjoys people and seeing people realize potential. And the higher I got, the more I had to see those people, or was in conversations with people who look at the staff in our organization as numbers on a page. And I didn't like that. In some ways, I felt like, okay, I'm gaining the whole world, but I'm losing my soul. It was out of line with my ness, with who I was, who I wanted to be. And the money didn't make me feel any better about that. And at that moment, I thought to myself, I've got to get out of here before it's too late. And that's what I did. So I put in my notice and I left my job. Without another job lined up, I haven't worked in 5 months, and it has not been easy. It has not been easy. I would encourage people to do the same thing. Not forever, but to take a mid-career break. But it's not easy. It's not for the faint of heart. But the more you acclimate to the increase in money that you'll earn over a career, the more you acclimate to that lifestyle, the more trapped in that you will become. That's just the way it is. If you upgrade your house, this term starter house, if you upgrade your house every time you get a substantial raise, or you start buying different clothes when you get a substantial raise, or eating different places when you get a substantial raise, or your vacations go from enjoying road trips to flying to all-inclusive resorts as your income grows, those are great things. But be on guard, because those great things also can keep you captive where you're at. And I'm of the mindset that I always want the luxury to walk away when I don't feel like it's the right thing for me, because I haven't built a lifestyle that depends on that. And I say that as if it was easy for me, but no, it's not. It's not easy. This is easier said than done. But you are not just meant to make as much money as you can in your life, to build up a big retirement and hope you live long enough to actually enjoy it. That's not what you were meant for. You have purpose, and your purpose is not to crawl up the organizational chart. And each step up that organizational chart will not make you as happy as you think it will. I believe it's true. Once your basic needs are met and you have some extra and you're not struggling, everything else is just more of the same thing. A fancy car is still a car. And getting into that fancy car every day, once you're 3 to 6 months in, you're used to it and you go back to your baseline. You sit in a big house, you're feeling the same way you would, you're just in a bigger house. But there's a part of you, part of me at least, that I think started to like the way I thought people would look at me if I was kind of fancy. And I reeled that in real quick. That scared the crap out of me. I'm like, no, that's not, I don't like that about me. So I changed it. So it's kind of almost like a cold turkey and a pruning of idols. My career has been my idol. Achievement has been my idol. And I'm now kind of sitting in the desert, and I'm in month 5. And I've achieved a lot, but not by the standards I've used to measure. I have to look deep and differently and train my mind to see what value I'm bringing and what I am achieving. I'm just living. Because my time frame for planning has to get so much shorter. I can't plan, all right, in 6 months, in a year, this. I don't know what I'm going to be doing in 6 months to a year. How I'm going to be making money. What I'm going to do, where I'm going to be. So I can just say, oh, right here, I got what I need. Right today, I'm good. And I'm enjoying it. And tomorrow I'm not going to be freaking out, but I hope tomorrow comes because someday I'm going to die tomorrow. But right now, I'm enjoying today. And I'm not living under this illusion that, well, when I get this tomorrow, I'll feel better. Because when you get that tomorrow, you'll feel better, there'll be something else. Whether it's job, career, a thing, it doesn't matter what it is. Your life is not a math problem. The value of your time, the value of your experiences, the value of your presence is not measured in numbers. And people that make a lot of money are no better than people who don't make a lot of money. Don't let the world tell you otherwise. They're definitely not the happiest people. I promise you. And in some ways, I think it's the foolish. And I'm kind of glad that I took the red pill. All right, gang. To the best version of you.